All right, here we got Callie, who's one of our gun dogs in training. Callie is gosh, what is she, about 7 months old now? 8 months old. Um, Working our way through force fetch like a whole army of dogs right now. And when I look at Callie and what I think about with her is she is a dog who is super attentive. Even though she is a dog who's very focused on you, she is wanting to please you. She is wanting to really to work with you, and that is wonderful. Um, some dogs are not very affectionate, are not very into you. Callie is just wants to be with me, and it's lovely. I also think she'd be a pretty big dog. She's already pretty big for her age. Um, she's not gonna be huge, but she's not gonna be some dainty little 50-pounder either. Um, so she's gonna be a good sized dog, I think. So what we're working on with her right now is we're working through force fetch. Um, we've got basic obedience going pretty good. She sits here real pretty. She understands that. She understands how to walk and feel. Um, leash over here. Um, so we're gonna do a little force fetch here, a little formal obedience with Callie. A couple of reps. It's right now it's early August and it's hot. So we're trying to get all our dog work done first, especially with our force fetch dogs. Get it done first thing in the morning when it's the heat index is low, and then the afternoon, just try to keep everybody comfy. Um, and trying to do that so that the dogs aren't panting when we're working. Of course, you might probably notice I got a fan blowing right around us. Trying to keep some air moving, keep us busy. So we're gonna start with a little ear pinch. Good catch. Good. Still shaping a little bit of that hole. Good girl. Good girl. Callie, like I said, is a dog. We just need to tell her what we want, and she'll do it. Yeah, it's a dog I think of a lot of times. I use the term blank slate, meaning she doesn't even know what she knows. She has no idea what I'm asking of her. She's a dog who's very much like asking me, what do you want me to do? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do we're going to do a ear pinch with collar pressure. Pinch. And if she drops, which I thought she would, the pressure comes right back on. If she drops again, the pressure goes up. So after we gave the correction, she's now holding nicely. Good. Good. Yeah. Good job. And very typically, like a lot of times I see, once you give a correction like that, the dog drops. Um, Afterwards, their grip really firms up. And Callie did this. She had a really nice tight grip on the bumper. She understands, oh, I need to keep that in my mouth. That's what he's asking me to do. So that's what I want to see. I want to see that kind of progress. Okay, so one more right here. Okay. Yeah. Ah, good. Okay, so now we're going to walk our little loop right here. Just a simple little, like 3-step square. Nothing fancy at all. Sit down. Good girl. And now we're going to walk that loop. We're going to get right to the end, and we're going to do our fetch. Fetch. Good. I'm going to walk up here. Nope. As soon as she drops, the pressure comes back on. I do not want to allow the drop. Pressure goes up. No drop. That's what I mean by saying Callie is a real blank slate. She's really starting here the very beginning. Callie was a puppy who's never shown a great tendency to want to have objects in her mouth. So we're really teaching here this concept, the idea of grab it, hold it, don't let go. Good girl. Good. Good. And if I have a dog who has a couple of drops like that right here, as we're coming in, we'll just kind of like wiggle here a little bit, move around so that she understands I'm going to move. And you still got to keep the stick in your mouth. So right now she's got pressure on, pressure off. Girl. Hold that stick in your mouth, sweetheart. Good. Very good. And you can see she's not giving me a lot of um, upset body language. She's not upset at this process. She truly does not understand. This is a dog who is like, what are you trying to show me? Okay, and so we are teaching through the use of pressure. I want you to keep the stick in your mouth until I say the word. And actually, probably what's, if anything, is confusing her is me narrating this video. So I'm going to shut up for a few seconds and do like a couple of reps without talking, because that's probably not helping. Good. Give. Sit. Give. Girl. Fetch. Give. Fetch. Fetch. Give. One more time. Fetch. 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 Right now, Callie is really trying to lean into me. A lot of times when you have young dogs that you're doing force fetch on, and you put a lot of pressure on them, like I just did right there. She got several corrections for drops and little things that I'm tweaking. A dog like Callie is really going to want to lean to you to um, get affection. They're trying hard to please you, and they don't understand exactly what you want. So very often they lean physically into you. So I actually have my left hand is pushing like on her shoulder to just keep her in this heel position with the winner. We're just slowly shaping this retrieve mechanism. Yeah. So I think that was definitely some improvement there, and a good example of um, one of the things we do in dog training sometimes is we talk too much. Um, I know I'm guilty of it. I know I've seen a lot of other trainers do it, and I've heard other trainers discussing this. The idea of, man, just shut up. You know, a lot of times you stop talking to your dog. Stop saying so much, because if they hear you talk, it's harder to discern the commands. So it's easier for them to get distracted once you're talking. But you can see how much, once we're done with the session, she wants to be like in here. She wants affection. That's who she is. Callie has always been a very affectionate, very sweet, very tenderhearted dog. Um, and there, I put a fair amount of pressure on her today, but she responded quite nicely. I'm quite happy with her response. You can see she still wants to work with me, like she's still desperate to follow me and wants to be with me. Even though I was pretty demanding of her today. Good girl. Good. So that's a good look at Callie for the beginning of August.